ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Wednesday, March 2nd. Makes you feel like you walk outside, makes you think about baseball, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Makes you think about wanting to get out there, get the bats and balls out, and start playing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Curt Jones. He is the head coach, the coach of the state champion South Central Cougars. See, that's cool. Whenever anybody introduces you for about the next 3 months, you're still introduced as Curt Jones, head coach of the state champion South Central Cougars.
3 months left.
3 months, and then you got to defend. So we'll see how that works. But we're going to talk about baseball season upcoming here on Big Talk. The spring season is turning around, and it'll be starting before you know it. We'll have games all over the place, and we'll have South Central on numerous times as the spring season goes on. But again, welcome to the show. Big Talk here on Wednesday, March 2nd. Let me tell you a few things. By the way, thank you so much for watching on Channel 100 here in Louisville, in Flora, up in Effingham area, up in the Farina area, the folks who have the cable, or you're online, Channel 100 as well on the streaming. So we do appreciate that. Channel 99 over in Salem, it's 98 over in Salem, and 100 down in Fairfield, Sisney, and all over the place. So thanks so much for tuning in. What is going on in and around the area today? Let me tell you some community events going on here on Wednesday, March 2nd. There are 2 or 3 items going on here on March 2nd, as the Kaskaskia College Winter Concert is tonight. That'll be at the June Night Auditorium. It features the Kaskaskia Concert and Jazz Bands under the direction of Professor Cliff Jordan. Show's free and open for the public, 7:30 tonight until 9:30. Again, that's over in Centralia. What else going on tonight? Over in Effingham tonight at the Village Wine and Gifts. They do this every week. It's a night of live music, open microphone night at Village Wine. Several of the area's top singers and songwriters will perform in the Register Room. That's going to begin at around 7:30 p.m. tonight as well. I'm guessing, I haven't heard, I shouldn't say, but I'm going to say Bill Pasalacqua used to run that, and he may not be doing that anymore. He may have some of his friends doing that. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Open microphone night at the Village Wine and Gifts in Effingham. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? One of the best holidays of the year. You always have all these holidays, these national days and stuff. This is one of the best ones. This is, ladies and gentlemen, National Banana Cream Pie Day. This is, be sure to get a slice of one of America's all-time favorite cream pies. Bananas are loaded with potassium and healthy for you. The traditional custard pie was modified into a recipe that resulted in the appetizing and flavorful banana cream pie back in the 19th century. So in the 1800s, banana cream pies found their way into the recipe books. Today, recipes fill cookbooks and flood the internet for this yummy pie. That's in the 1950s, the soldiers in the U.S. Armed Forces ranked the banana cream pie as their favorite. I'm kind of surprised by that. I would have thought it would be apple, but banana cream. I'm kind of surprised. How difficult, ladies and gentlemen, is it to make a banana cream pie? Actually, it's pretty simple. I've made them myself as long as I had bought the crust type of thing. You use a box of instant pudding, package of cream cheese, 2 large bananas, a container of whipped topping, and a graham cracker crust, and that'll get you going. Mix the pudding with some of the milk. If you ask, I'll tell you what it is. Have you ever made banana cream pie yourself?
Me?
Yes.
No, I buy them.
You buy them. See, that's a lot simpler probably than me trying and screwing it up.
Yeah, that wouldn't work out well.
That would not work out well. So there you go, folks. Banana cream pie today. This is also National Old Stuff Day. National Old Stuff Day gives notice to all that old stuff and encourages you to try something new. It's time to break out of the same old, same old. Actually, I think it's kind of a day geared to cleaning out your closets. Approach the day with a new attitude. Consider alternatives to each of the choices. This is a lot of work for old stuff. And I've got that picture up there. The reason I have that picture up there, it's kind of bothersome to me. That little brown vase and the little brown ashtray or something back there on the left-hand side of the screen, I have those. So does that mean that I have to clean out my house? I have too much crap?
No, they're probably really valuable.
That's what I wanted to hear, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, extremely valuable, and the pickers are going to come by and pay me a ton of money for them, right?
That's right.
Let's just all hope that Curt's not full of beans. Wish us luck there. What else going on today here on March 2nd? This is National Read Across America Day, National Dr. Seuss Day. This is celebrated on March 2nd, the birthday of Dr. Seuss. This annual event is part of Read Across America, an initiative on reading created by the National Education Association. And since the event's designed to encourage reading in children, it's fostered through schools. When March 2nd lands on a weekend, they do this on the closest school day. The Motivational and Awareness Day calls all children and youth in every community across the United States to celebrate reading. It encourages folks to read wherever they are. Great ways to inspire reading in children include maybe keeping books everywhere you spend time. Put them in the car, put them in every room of the house, tuck them in backpacks, purses, make them easily accessible. Visit the library often. That's what I did. That's what my mom did when I was a youngster. She'd take me and my brother to the library and basically probably sit out and try to get a little bit of a respite of her day away from her twin sons. But we went to the library. Knowing how to use the library and learning the benefits of the library fosters a love of reading as well as a genuine respect for the services that libraries provide. Get caught reading. Children imitate what they see the adults around them do. Whether you're reading a magazine, newspaper, or novel, let them know that reading is a cool thing to do. Read to your children, no matter the age. Reading aloud strengthens their vocabulary and language skills. It also opens up opportunities for discussion. And then also have your children read to you too. You never know what you and they might learn. So interesting things you can do to ingratiate and get the kids reading. It's going to help them in the long run. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? NCAA basketball tonight. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are at Seton Hall. That's on ESPN2, channel 638. It's going to be followed by, at 8 o'clock, LSU at number 14, Arkansas. Fox Sports 1 has a triple header. The Xavier Musketeers at St. John's. That's on channel 610 at 5:30, followed by 7:30, UConn's at Creighton. Wyoming is at the Runnin' Rebels. You're wondering, where's the Big Ten? Big Ten Network. A big doubleheader tonight. Rutgers at Indiana, followed by Minnesota at Maryland. Big game, that Rutgers-Indiana game. And also on SEC Network, it is Texas A&M at Alabama and Auburn, number 5, Auburn at Mississippi State. NBA basketball tonight, the Knicks are at the Sixers on ESPN, channel 601, a doubleheader there. That'll be followed by Portland at Phoenix. And finally in the hockey, doubleheader on TNT, the Blues on national television tonight. Blues at the Rangers at 6:30, followed by Nashville at the Kraken. Seattle Kraken. That's Curt Jones. I'm Bruce Dickey. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and we'll be back right after this word. Stay around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Curt Jones is here of the state champion South Central Cougars baseball team. And does that get old, by the way? I don't think I asked that earlier. That doesn't get old, does it?
No, it doesn't get old. Enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And it has taken you a few years to reach that pinnacle, didn't it? Was this the first time South Central ever made the state tournament?
Yes, in any sport. So.
Oh, really?
Been begging to do that for a lot of years, and we've been close in baseball and basketball, and just tough to get over the hump. It's hard to get there. It really is.
You know, one of the fun things, one of the funnest things, of course, last spring was a little bit odd anyway, in that you had you couldn't do double headers, and you had all the oddities from the quarantining and that kind of stuff still going on last spring. That must have been a thrill for the kids to be able to get back out and play after they had lost the 2020 season.
No, for sure. That was really disappointing. I mean, for all the kids across the state,
yeah,
and all the seniors who didn't get their senior year. That was pretty hard. And I talk about my kids, but I mean, there were seniors on every team, so that was really tough for them.
Curt, how long have you been coaching at South Central?
I started in the spring of '98, I think.
Where'd you coach before that?
Junior high. I've been at South Central the whole time.
When you, I saw somebody mentioned last fall that you had reached 800 wins. Is that right? Is that junior high and high school? Or is that just high school?
That's high school. But
that's high school. But the IHSA doesn't count the fall, do they?
No, not that I'm aware of. I don't think so.
So you don't have it. Do you know how many wins you have
for the spring
altogether?
Oh, I don't know.
Only if somebody tells you.
Probably since the 800 thing, maybe another between 20
Yeah.
and 25. I don't know. It's not something I keep track of.
Who does keep track of that for you? That's what I was wanting. How did I become aware of this other than seeing it on Twitter? Are there fans that are keeping track of that for you?
I'm not sure. Toby Gillian, there at Salem, he's active on Facebook and with the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of my ex-players who helps him out some, they keep track of things like that. And I think that's probably where I heard it first. Before it happened, several games before it happened.
I guess that gets to my point. You probably had no idea, or did you have much of an idea where you were in terms of wins and losses before that? Other than, because you're kind of compiling year by year, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know any coaches personally that keep track of that kind of stuff. I'm one of them. I thought the thing that was cool is not so much was my 800, but that our school won 1,000.
Oh, really?
On the same day.
Oh, no kidding.
The day that we won the 800s for me was 1,000th.
See, now that one I didn't realize. That one I didn't realize.
The odds of that happening are.
I would have figured that Coach Shirley had more wins than I guess he didn't coach baseball all that long, did he?
Our school became South Central in '90. And then I started in '98, and they didn't play quite as many games during when he coached as we do now. But he was successful too. He had over 100 wins in his time. So.
Do you, in putting together a schedule, we're gonna get to all kinds of things today, folks. We're gonna talk a little bit. I think you were on here last August. We talked a little bit about the playoff run. We'll talk some about it too, because that was really a thrill. The whole ride. Tell me a little bit about whenever you mentioned the 1,000 wins. The fans were you had fans all the way through, didn't you? Did you have fan buses or just people just like huge crowds going with you wherever you went?
Well,
last spring.
Oh, absolutely, and not so much regular season. It's just normal with parents and diehard fans and some students. But yeah, when you get in the playoffs and getting a sectional championship, and it's close to home, over at Louisville, and then it's not often you get to play in the super sectional. So yeah, we had a good crowd that went down to Carbondale, and then of course the state tournament. It was clear up at Bloomington, but we had a big following for that.
You played in the super sectional this year, and you had played in the super sectional once before, right?
Twice. Yeah.
Twice before. How much difference was there? Any difference in like the amount of bureaucracy the IHSA makes you go through in the 15 years since you had been in the super sectional before, or anything like that, or was it basically the same?
I don't really remember anything that really stands out as far as that goes with the IHSA. Last year was the COVID deal, and all the games were kind of crammed together.
Yeah.
And that was a little bit, was not normal, which makes it hard on your pitching staff when you got to follow pitch counts. But other than that, I didn't really notice anything.
Are they going to go back to the more separated days, you think, in the postseason this year? I haven't seen the schedule of what they're expecting to do for the regionals and sectionals and such. But there used to be 2 or 3 days between each game, but this year there really wasn't. Or last year there wasn't, was there?
And sometimes the host school has lights or not.
Yeah.
And it's usually a Wednesday, Thursday championship Saturday. So the team that plays Wednesday gets their pitchers get an extra day of rest, as opposed to the team on Thursday. Sometimes they play them both on Wednesday if they have lights, kind of keep it equal. I never really liked that. I don't know what you can do about it if the host school doesn't have lights.
Host school doesn't have lights, you don't have lights.
Yeah.
Do they not? They don't give you any pitch count breaks in the postseason?
Yeah, they do. It's a little bit more lenient than during the regular season, but it's still, your pitchers are generally, their arms are in shape by then. They've thrown a lot, and you would like for them to go a full game if possible, but sometimes you would try to manage that, like I tried to manage that during the super sectional at the state tournament and stuff, trying to save pitchers, big leads, take pitchers out, save their pitch counts, and couple of games that didn't work out really well.
I was going to say, the Goreville game, that didn't work at all,
No,
did
it didn't
it?
work at all. That was a complete nightmare. Other than we did win, but
Did win it. I tell you what, let's do. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to bring him back through. We're going to go through the traumatic Goreville experience. But here in just a minute on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm here with Curt Jones. You're watching Wabash Catch TV. Back in a sec.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our power brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I've got Curt Jones here. He is the South Central baseball coach, and we are getting ready for this season. Are there any rule changes? You know, it seems like every year the IHSA or the NF or the National Federation of High Schools make a change. They haven't made anything this year, have they?
not that I'm aware of. But then I haven't been on the internet yet to look. We have to do the coaches and the referees have to, watch video and for rules changes.
Oh, I knew the referees
stuff.
had to do that. I didn't realize coaches had to do that too.
Yeah, we do.
It's probably a good idea.
I mean, it is. I don't like doing them.
Well, it's a boring video, probably.
Yeah, it is. And there's commercials, and I mean, it's.
Wait a second. They're putting commercials in their instructional videos?
Well, there are not a lot of them, but they're in there, and you have to click down through each one. So I mean, it's.
Oh, that's just silly. That's just wrong. I mean, I have commercials in this show, so I love commercials.
Yeah.
And we have commercials in the game, but you have to have those commercials in the games to give you guys a chance to get in and out. That's exactly right. But I'm kind of surprised. Well, I don't know what they would change because it seems like the shifts haven't come to high school baseball so much yet, have they? And
not really. I mean, the few times I've tried them, it burned me every time. So.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've always wondered, and I can understand a little bit more about a major leaguer not wanting the shift to be legal because they've got 100-mile-an-hour pitches being thrown at them, or 95. But for the most part in high school baseball, you're looking at 75 to 85, right?
Right.
And hitters might have a little bit better chance, or am I wrong in thinking that a hitter might have a better chance of turning the other direction on a slower pitch like that?
Yeah, I mean, depends on the team, but generally high school kids don't hit the ball the opposite. Like a right-hander doesn't hit the ball the other way towards right field very well. So, and I've done that in the past. Somebody who I felt like this kid pulled the ball every time against us, and I shift everybody over. Not quite like you see on TV, but I mean, I'll throw a shift on, bang, there goes a base hit to left field. Well, that was smart.
Well, I guess following that through, if you're going to put the shift on, probably on the better hitter.
Right.
For the other team.
Right.
And if it's the better hitter, they're the one that's going to be more likely able to go the opposite field.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe the lower part of the order is going to be late and not, maybe use the middle and the right side. And so if I'd shift over to prevent that, then we'd probably hang a curveball and they'd yank it. A lot of it's pitching and how you pitch to that.
That's right. Yeah, the direction, the placement in the zone, and sometimes you don't get it to where you want. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
All right, Goreville. You mentioned last year, and we talked about this last fall. But that was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 15-14, South Central wins. What was the lead that you built up?
Well, it was Aiden Dotson started and was just mowing them down, and I think it got to 9-0.
Yeah.
And he got up to 60 pitches. I mean, right exactly at 60 pitches, and I could have run him back out there, and I'm thinking, gosh, it's a good chance we're going to 10-run him here and save some pitches and pitch counts.
Yeah.
So I took him out because with that number of pitches, he could pitch then on Thursday.
Right. You get him lined up for the state tournament.
Exactly. So, two people I brought in, they'll remain nameless, but all they could do was walk people and hit people. And then they had some big hits. You have to give them some credit, too. So they just slowly, gradually started coming back. So I bring Aiden back into the game, and he's the same way. He just kind of, sometimes when you take him out and then you put him back in, they're not quite what they were. So
that's the thing. For both both the Cougars and for Goreville, you were chewing up, both teams were chewing up all their pitching in preparation for 3 days later going to have to be playing a state tournament game.
Right.
Did your opponent at the state tournament realize that you were coming in maybe with a little bit of a chewed up staff? Because I mean there are always so many pitches that your pitchers could go on Thursday.
Right. And normally the first round is on a Friday, and then the 2A, they played on Friday. 1A was on Thursday, so we had one last day. But, Chase Dotson, he had thrown Saturday in the sectional championship.
He played he threw against
fourth place, and he was ineligible on Monday, so I knew I was going to have him Thursday if we pulled that game out. Luckily we did, but thought I was going to have Aiden too. Well, that didn't work. But, yeah, I mean, every team's going through that. I mean, it's pretty hard to save pitching
You know, that's the thing. I was kind of looking back over I've got some of the pictures from the state tournament, just from the celebration, as a matter of fact. I was looking at that. I was watching the highlights of the Father McGivney game, which the state championship game, and the pitching was outstanding all day long. You were able to put Chase into that game as well after having gone with Spencer Johannes beforehand, hadn't you?
Yeah. You know, so Aiden's ineligible for Thursday.
Yeah.
So I pitched Chase the first game, got a big lead. Took him out. He only had 18 pitches left, and I thought, well, it looks like we're going to win, whatever. So the guys that came in, who will also remain nameless, they, you know, it didn't get like the Goreville game, but it got a lot closer.
It got dicey.
Yeah, you know, and
it got dicey.
so I was kind of saving Spencer a little bit for the next game.
Yeah.
You know, if we win it, and he'd had some problems, you know, late in the season, and you know, but that game, he pitched like
he was lights out.
he was. And
He was lights out in that state championship game.
Right.
Here's a couple of the pictures. I'm sure. Well, there's the big celebration when you got the last out, and that had to be a lot of fun. It is a thrill for the kids, as well as I guess for you and your coaches. Now I brought this picture, even though it's not quite as it's a little bit blurry compared to the other one. But the other picture, Jolliffe has his head down. What was he thinking right there? I mean, I guess he's looking at his medal.
Well, the metal had broken off the.
His medal broke?
Well, where it hooks on. It fell off, so he was looking down trying to fix it. So that was one of the pictures that we had. Well, the IHSA had hired a private company to come and take pictures, and they took tons and tons of pictures throughout both games. So I went and purchased a good one. It looked like that, only Bo's head was up. So I got a better one than that.
Well, see, now that's good, and that's the one that you're going to put with the. That's one you'll put in the trophy case with the trophy. How many seniors did you have last year? How many seniors did you lose? You lost.
We had lost 3 starters.
3, yeah. I was
our catcher and Sebastian Cougar.
You lost to Chase Dotson.
Chase Dotson and Sam Rubin was an outfielder.
Right.
Kind of came along and really helped us.
That was kind of you were kind of counting going into the season, I think, on Cougar and on Dotson last year. Did Rubin coming on really? Was that a bit of a surprise? It was to me because I saw him hit some home runs, and I did not expect that.
You know, he just kind of got better as he played all the way through, and from the fall to the spring, he got better. And as the season went along in the spring, especially with his hitting, we were in a strong hitting team. I mean, Chase was a really good hitter. We had a few at the top of the order that could hit a little bit, but you know, he was hitting in the 5-hole, and he had some big hits for us. Yeah.
I tell you what, let's take another quick break, and we'll come back in just a sec. I want to talk about this year's squad as well as talk a little bit about what maybe parents can do to help their kids play better baseball. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here with Curt Jones, and we'll be back right after this. Do stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, chatting here with South Central baseball coach Curt Jones, and we're just talking about we were talking about last year's state championship team, and do you go? What goals do you set for the year? I mean, you didn't set winning the state championship probably as a goal for the year. What last year did you set, and can you tell me if any that you've got set for this spring?
Well, I think most teams, your goal is let's win a regional. Because without you don't win that, you're not going to get a chance to win anything else.
Yeah.
And I think every year, and some teams,
you win the regional and you're kind of playing with house money then.
Well, I mean, kind of, depending on the team that you have. But,
yeah.
And I know we used to go up to Springfield when the state tournament was at Springfield, and I had some really good teams in the early 2000s. And there's certainly no guarantee that you're going to get there, but I always wanted to take the kids up there and play on that field. You want them to play where the state tournament's at in case you get there. So I used to do that with them some, but it's moved out of Springfield and it's been gone for several years. But
where's that, Normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, over Redbird Park.
Right, that's where we played last year.
Let's talk a little bit about this year's squad. I know you've already finished a pretty successful fall season. Finished 14-5, and that's when the conference is decided, right?
Right.
In the fall, did not win the conference this fall, but you worked through a few things. How is the team looking? Do you have new transfers in, or what are we talking about for this year's?
We did have another player moved in. He came from Patoka, Anthony Benera, plays basketball too, and his mother and little brother, and they all bought a house in Freynan and moved up here. And he had played on our travel team, baseball team, so he already knew a lot of the kids. And
that's probably pretty handy when they already know the kids coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that's part of the reason, that they made that choice to do it, because they played together so long, and it's just something they wanted to continue doing. So it benefits us. I mean, he's a good left-handed pitcher, and
Well, that's one of the things. All right, I don't mean to offend, but somebody might say, South Central's had some good players move in here in the last few years. There's no recruiting going on here, is there?
Not for me.
That's why. That's the thing. I mean, are the kids just meeting kids in travel ball, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, they've played together since they were. Anthony hasn't. I mean, he came along a little later, but like
the Jolliffe kid,
Jolliffe and
Johansson,
Johannes. They've played over here for several years and together, and they've traveled all over the Midwest and played So they've been buddies forever, and then for whatever the situation that they were in their school, and they just wanted to continue it.
Yeah.
And the parents
wanted
were
to,
willing to do it, and so it, absolutely benefited us.
Well, it makes it a lot of fun, especially for a kid like Johannes. Probably wouldn't play much. He was at Centralia, right?
Yep.
Probably wouldn't be playing much right now in the basketball season.
Oh no, he not varsity level. He wouldn't.
I mean, he's a senior,
right?
And right now he's going to be playing in a sectional semifinal tomorrow night or tonight. They're over at where is that? St. Anthony, at St. Anthony. So yeah, best of luck to him, and it's working out very well. Going into this, what is the premier number of pitchers? What is the number of pitchers that you would like to have going into a fall or spring season like this? Because spring season, you can spread them out a little bit more than in the fall.
Yeah,
right?
I mean our games we have a lot more games in the spring, and you're pretty loaded up week to week once you get started. Weather has a little to do with that, but I'm fortunate. I feel like I have several kids that can pitch.
Yeah, 3
that I think will do really, really well, and other kids that'll throw strikes and have experience doing it. So especially early, nobody's going to be really. I mean, I'm not going to throw somebody out there on day one and you're going 7 today.
No,
that doesn't happen. So kind of gradually get their arms stronger, work into that as we go. So you need several.
Is it like the major leaguers are saying that they need 4 weeks to get ready for a baseball season? Is that about how much time you think it takes before you can feel good about sending a kid out there to pitch 7 innings or 100 pitches?
Yeah,
3 or 4 weeks.
Probably depends on what you do during those times. But I've had kids throwing on their own, our pitchers, and playing long toss in the gym as long as you can throw in the gym. We've been doing that a couple of weeks, and they just kind of show up after basketball practice and stand there and play catch, and they go home, and it's not a formal thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to start throwing bullpen. We'll probably start practice next Monday and start doing some bullpens in and get them going. But
what's what is somebody? Say I'm a parent. Say I'm a father and I've got a 6-7-year-old kid who looks like he's coordinated and looks like he can throw the ball whenever he throws it at me, it hits me in the glove or it hits me in the hand, and he got a little heat on it. Or what's the best thing I can do or to encourage the kid, and maybe just to not discourage the kid? What do you suggest?
6 or 7 years old, I'd think no matter what you do, you want to keep it fun, because the last thing you want them to do is quit because it's not fun.
Yeah, so that seems like traveling team's a little early for something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that do it. And
I know there are.
Running in the ground, and I don't know, I had a kid last night, I give lessons over at Centralia, and I had a kid last night that was 8. And they can kind of do some things. They don't have a lot of skill, but I just tried to make it fun, and I could teach them some things and still make it fun and have them want to come back.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like everything else. How do you get to Carnegie Hall practice? How do you get to be a better baseball player? Play baseball, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of skill that can be taught in baseball, and I know with the lessons that I give over at Centralia, a lot of it that focuses on hitting and pitching, and absolutely almost zero on defense.
Oh, really?
But to me, defense is absolutely as important as any of the other 3, but nobody wants to pay money to go work on, kind of like basketball. I mean, if you're going to hold a camp, who's going to come and want to work on defense?
I guess I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah, parents are paying the money. They're paying so their kid can get in the cage,
right?
As opposed to have baseballs hit against their shoulders and bruise them up or something like that.
I've made the comments over there. I said, do you guys want to be pitcher only? Do you just want to be a DH? Because if you can't play the field, that's what you're going to be. And they're just like shaking their head, and I'm going, well, you're going to have to learn some skills defensively, or you're going to be a pitch once a week.
Well, that's the thing. That kind of reiterates the point that I said playing baseball is how you get better at baseball, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And for that matter, playing wiffle ball, even though it's fun, you do learn a little bit of strategy from time to time. Catching people in a hot box. I mean, there's the only way you learn. To my thought, the only way you learn like the sneaky plays is having been caught in them, right?
Sure, yeah.
Is that one of the best ways?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we still have kids that go out and play. I see them at the ball field. I hear a lot of other towns say, well, kids don't play anymore. Maybe not like we used to, but they have a lot more things to entertain them now than what we had. I played baseball and wiffle ball all day long in the summertime. I did, but I didn't have a phone that entertained me, and there's a lot of things that kind of interfere with that.
Flippity flu, Curt and I are two old men. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap things up, talking a little bit more about this year's squad as well as the rest of the NTC and who knows what else. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Back in a sec.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Joined today by Curt Jones. Baseball season getting ready to go here. You've got your first game is in, less than a little over 2 weeks away, isn't it?
Yep.
Who's going to be good in the conference this year? I know conference season is over.
Right.
But do you still fill out most of your schedule with conference teams, or do you even play?
I mean, some. Our schedule is, we have most of the conference teams in there, but it's a bigger schedule. So we have Greenville, Centralia, Flora, some teams that we don't.
Can you tell the difference? Can you tell the difference when you're playing the bigger schools as opposed to playing our conference teams? I know the National Trail Conference is a pretty doggone high level of 1A conference in Southern Illinois, but you're playing, like you say, you're playing Greenville, you're playing 2A schools here and there, and probably a 3A school here and there.
Yeah.
Can you tell when you're playing a bigger school?
I mean, sometimes, but the teams that's in our conference are pretty dang good. If you go St. Anthony, Altamont, North Clay, Windsor, Sioux Strauss, and some of the pitching that they have, I mean, they're as good as any 2A school that we might see.
I guess that's right.
You can just about count on a 2 or 3A school being pretty good for the most part that we play. But
explain to me what is going on. I've driven by Lions Field over there in Ken Mundy a few times here in the last few weeks, and then I look at your schedule. You're not playing a home game until April. What do we have going on at the field?
Well, it's a remodel that was hopefully going to get done last fall and didn't. So we have piles of dirt.
Was the weather too bad last fall?
Part of it. Part of it was that we have a crew that's going to come in and do a lot of this work, and they had a lot of other jobs going too. And so when they got there to start working on it, then it rained, and then it rained again, and then it rained again. So
that's untimely.
Yeah, the guy said, well, the only two things that can stop us is mud or frozen ground. Well, that's all we've had since they showed up.
Well, now that you mention it, right now it's mud.
Yeah, so it's thawed out, but it's horrible mud right now. So.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting at the mercy of the weather, and I as stressed out as I was last fall that it was not going to get done. At this point, I'm not stressed out. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll play when it's ready.
What are you doing?
Well, we're going to put grass on the infield. One of the few teams that's on our schedule that Dietrich still has a skin infield. Odin still does, but a lot of schools have all got grass.
Yeah.
And when they didn't several years ago, they put grass on it. So that's something that we're going to do. And got a nice donation from an ex-player, and that's where we're going. He promised me that going to put grass on that field someday, and he called me last summer.
No kidding.
I don't know if it had anything to do with the state tournament or not, but maybe it's just the timing. I don't know. So
well, that's outstanding.
We're going to do it.
That's outstanding. Get a donation from him. Probably other folks helping out too, I suppose.
Yep, some.
Well, that's so we're going to have a nice. Who's doing the work? Are you guys doing the work? You got other people doing the work? What's the story?
Yeah, I've got some local guys. In fact, the guy that Jeremy Chastain has a picture of him on there a while ago. He was my assistant coach going through the state tournament stuff. Well, he does dirt work and things like that. He's in the oil business, but he has a lot of machinery. So we did a lot of the prep work as far as the regrading and adding dirt and sand, and tried to get some good topsoil in there for the grass. And so once that part's done, which we pretty much have done, then the other crew comes in and does all the finish work.
So now this is going to clear up time for you every game day, I guess, right?
It's supposed to.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen, on game day, Curt goes out there and waters you water the infield.
I do.
For about an hour before.
Feels like it.
45 minutes. It depends how moist it is.
Yeah.
Depends how dry it is and how moist it is. Is this going to slow the infield down? It's got to, doesn't it?
I mean, it will some. It depends on how tall you cut the grass.
How do you prefer it?
Depends on who we're playing. No, I mean, I like for
That's the perfect answer.
But you really can't control how fast the grass grows. But it'll be a little slower than dirt. But as long as we keep it nice and I don't screw up the maintenance part of it, should be really, really nice when we're done. So, and we're getting irrigation in. So all I got to do is take my phone and all that spray. I don't stand out there with that hose anymore. So that'll be awesome.
Can I ask you a favor? Can we get a step to go up into the booth?
I promised you that a couple years ago and didn't quite get that done yet.
My knees are getting worse and worse as time passes by.
I agree. That definitely needs to be addressed.
That would be just great. That would be outstanding if we could get that step. Well, we'll want to come there a lot more, I suspect. Come shoot the games. Oh well, all right. Let's take a look at what. Every year you have different things to look at. You didn't know you were going to win the state tournament. It kind of ends up you get on a roll. Is there anything you can catch from last year going into this season to maybe think we might be able to do it again? Anything?
Well, I mean, I told them last year in the fall, our very first practice. I said, I know I was talking about the fall season, and I said it's going to carry over. And you got to have pitching.
Yeah.
And I said, we got 3 guys, so I feel like we got 3 this year. My big concern last year was something different. This year, it's more about our offense.
Yeah,
we got to get some things going where we can score some runs against other teams' good pitching.
I was kind of surprised, even though you went 750 or 700 last fall, you didn't hit like you had the year before, did you? Does that tell you how much more of a catalyst Chase Dotson was, probably?
Well, I think so. I mean, it's just that those 3 were in the middle of our order.
Yeah.
They were 2, 3, 5.
Yeah.
And they had some success, and now they're gone. So the guys that replaced them doesn't have the experience that they had growing up, through the program, and so we need to get them going. Hopefully.
You've got kids playing college ball. You've had kids over the years playing college ball. Tell me about the recruiting process. Do you get a chance to talk to coaches much? I mean, you've been doing this long enough that college coaches around know you and know the program.
Yeah, I get calls sometimes, and coaches will show up occasionally. Last year with Cougar and Chase, I didn't have a lot of involvement in that. Barely.
Yeah.
Because they were exposed. They'd been throughout the summer and somewhere else, and the coaches had seen them and liked them. And
they'd been playing travel ball,
right?
And is travel ball, you think, becoming a bigger emphasis than school ball anymore? Or I wonder about that whenever you see the. See, travel ball doesn't really have all the restrictions on pitching and stuff, though, as high school does it.
They play a lot of tournaments, and so tournaments vary. I mean, they'll have individual, pitching rules. It might be innings. It might be, I don't know. It varies. And some will follow high school rules. Depends on the age. Travel ball's good because you're playing good competition.
Yeah.
For the small schools around our area, I don't think travel ball is more important than school ball at all. Maybe in the bigger schools in Chicago, maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm not involved in that, but I don't think around here.
Well, that's good. Or Legion ball, for that matter. I mean,
right.
Legion ball basically is it going to be back this year? Because last year it kind of got cut out by school ball starting and ending so late, right?
Yeah, I think it is, and. In our area, it's not as big as what it used to be because it wasn't really the only option.
Right.
So we've been playing it's called a high school league.
Yeah.
And the high school coaches organize, and we play. It's similar to Legion, but you get to keep all of your kids on one team. With Legion, depending on their age, you have to play junior Legion, senior Legion, split them up.
And you've got different towns with other kids filtered in, like
right.
Some town might not have a Legion. Well, I tell you what, I love it that baseball's coming. I bet you can't wait for it.
Oh, for sure. I'm sitting around all winter long staring out the window.
That's exactly right.
Waiting for something.
I've been inside gymnasiums here for the last 3 months, and I just can't wait to get outside. Well, I do appreciate you coming in here today, and best of luck to South Central this fall or this spring. I mean.
Thank you.
All right, that's you bet. That's Curt Jones, South Central High School Baseball. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have a great day.